All right, so this is a start out video, one of my first in a very long time, other than what I put out on TikTok. Doing this for YouTube, and I'm going to be taking this 2020 Montana to Junction City, Kansas to get new axles put under it, the Moryde 8,000 pound independent suspension with disc brakes. And this is the journey. Very little of the actual install because this is more about how to get across the country and have a good time at it. So, with that being said, come on, let's go. Maddie, you got my ball? You ready? Put down. Put down. Okay. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Go. Isn't this amazing? Free night stay. All right, so I'm on a 16-day journey to go get axles on that trailer back there. And my first stop is in Willard, Utah at an alpaca farm via Harvest Hosts. And Harvest Hosts is a subscription you can get, and it gives you access to a whole bunch of places where family farms sell and produce their own products. And these guys, this beanie I'm wearing is alpaca. And this is just update number one of what is going to be one heck of a journey. All right, update number two. Headed into Wyoming, not quite there yet. Walking the poopers. Yeah. All right, that was a little bit grueling. That's day two travel. And it was nothing but snow and ice and slush, and we were set up at the old Tractor Supply, and now it's time for me to get those puppies out and get them walked. But this is where I'm staying for tonight. Bear. All right, so I didn't mention it earlier, but I'm in Rawlings, Wyoming, and staying at the old Tractor Supply. These guys are nice enough to let us park in the back of the lot. And I'm out walking the dog for the millionth time this evening because they're just stir crazy as all heck. They were locked in the truck all day. And yeah, it's been a really good trip so far, but it is snowing and it's supposed to snow all night long, so I'm not sure exactly what time I'm going to get out of here in the morning. Hopefully early enough. But it's supposed to clear off tomorrow, be sunny and nice. And hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad on this video. But anyway, today is absolutely beautiful. Here's your update. Pulling solar and just sitting at a rest area, summit rest area in Wyoming, trying to get to Cheyenne and beyond because there's accidents on I-80 and they've been closed down for quite some time now. But cool thing is, other than these semis you see down here, which are all look like they're packing up and leaving, headed back to Laramie, I have the rest area to myself. How cool is that? Sneaking around this place. Seems like it's abandoned. Apparently I was the only one fool enough to keep on going. And another update. They're nice enough to put on a 24/7 video here in this rest area. It's one of the nicest ones I've seen, the Summit Rest Stop. rest area. You gotta watch out for those guys right there. They like to flip tourists. This is I-80 at 1:45 in the afternoon. Crazy. Yeah, I think it's time to get a truck wash. Look at this nasty thing. So gross. What? What? Ready? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See that black one out there? All dark chocolate? She needs a cheat, so she gets a head start. Ah. Just got done hiking up to the top of Freedom Park, where they've got this monster howitzer. Whoa. And you can see how high this is up on the hill. Don't know why it was mounted here. Don't know what it's here for, because all the signs are missing and some people have obviously vandalized a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, just got the trailer dropped off. It's getting the new axles and brakes, and those guys were blown away by how bent my rear axle was and that it made it here without blowing tires. And that's my update. The dogs were in such a hurry, got up the hill. There's the info right at the beginning. Check this out. I'm in Chapman, Kansas at the Kansas Auto Racing Museum. Look at the size of this. It's amazing. Clear full of all kinds of racing memorabilia. I'm gonna check this out. Abilene, Kansas. And I'm standing by what is formerly the world's largest spur. Apparently it got outdone. Abilene, Kansas, world's largest belt buckle. Apparently, this town is the place to be. Pop quiz. Can you tell me who used to live here? Here's a hint. It was this guy. I'm in Junction City. Just wondering what to get for dinner. Yep, this is what we're doing. Billy Sims. And the puppies don't get none. Alright, so after a day of running around and seeing all the sights and having a good time, I get back and I'm able to stay in the trailer. And these axles used to be here and are going to be replaced by these axles right here. These are Moryde independent suspension with shocks, disc brakes, 8,000 pound axles versus those dinky 7,000 pound axles that were on the trailer. And that's a heck of an upgrade. So no more rough ride and sway in trailer. That's all going to be taken care of by that system right there. And this is done at New Horizons RV in Junction City, Kansas. And they are the only Moryde service center closest to Idaho that I could find to have this done at. So that's the whole purpose of this journey and why I'm traveling across the states like this. And they allow you to stay in your trailer. They're really fast at what they do. This is a 2-day turnaround. Today they rip stuff out, tomorrow they put stuff in, and that's it. It's done. I'm leaving tomorrow. So that's it. I had one more issue they might take a look at. They might get to tomorrow, but they may have to wait one more day. So we'll just see what happens. And if that's the case, I'll just park here on the lot and they'll get to that first thing the next day. So, all right, I made it out of Junction City last night a little bit late, but they got the new axles on there. And we made it to, where are we at? Smith Center, Kansas, and letting the dogs run around. There they are. Smith Center, Kansas at this Deer Creek Hunting Club. And he has installed these really nice campsites. just freshly installed and the ground's a little wet, so I got stuck last night. But I got myself out this morning, and we're gonna continue on. We're headed to Cheyenne, and update along the way. Many of you know this monument, but very few know that as you're speeding by on the highway, there's a radar detector in there and a whole exhibit of how the crossing of the United States was forged by all the pioneers. It's really amazing. If you ever get a chance, check that out. All right, last night I stayed at Wits End Farm Stand in Wyoming. Just look at that view. And then this is all of the parking that they have available. So if you're harvest hosting it and this one pops up on your way by or wherever you're going, there is room beyond. Look at that. Oh man, everything's good this morning. Good morning from Rock Springs, Wyoming. Those of you that have been following me along this journey know that I'm doing 9 days to get those new axles on the trailer. They're right there. I wanted to do a real quick demonstration of what my Starlink system is and how it hooks up and how I can have it up and running within 10 minutes daily. I climbed the ladder and the base is actually mounted right up there. You can see the back end of it. Mounted to the rack that the solar's mounted on. There you go, you can see it right at the back. And that's where the Starlink mount is located, and then I just plug it into there and good to go. This smart plug right here, directly underneath, opens up, and you can see that it's filled with foam. And the Starlink cord feeds out of there. Now it feeds into the wall, the storage compartment that has the water heater in it, and that is behind that wall right there. And as you can see, I've got my own router hookup, the power supply for the Starlink, and there's the Starlink modem just in case mine ever fails. It's just hanging there. It's not active when I turn it on. Now, you see that cord coming up, that runs all the way to the front, and it hooks into my backup power supply so that if the power goes down, it automatically switches over, the Starlink stays booted, so that I can see what's going on with my EcoFlow system whenever I'm traveling away from the trailer. And that's my setup. It's extremely simple. All that cord just feeds into the wall. And I pack the Starlink up there every day when I pack up and move, or down when I pack up and move, and up when I'm setting up. That's it. Okay, now I'm in Lava Hot Springs, and it's snowing. It was snowing a little bit heavier earlier. Just got done soaking. I'm gonna finish out the day. All right, so all I have to do is pull the cord out of that, and I've marked it so that I know when I get to the black tape, I've pulled out enough. Then I bring that around the corner and I swing it so that it catches on the side of the RV, and I keep it tight. The high performance dish comes with a nice soft bag that's shoulder slingable, and then I just head on up the ladder from there. Then I just sling that cable up over the edge so that it doesn't ride on the solar panels. Hook up the old Starlink in its usual fashion, and that's how it's done. These are the base mounts. As you can see, they're bolted to this aluminum rack that I built. And it's always a really awesome view. Got the sun going down just now. Yeah, it's been a heck of a day, but I'm back in Idaho. What's that, Maddie? Is that a train? You see the train outside? All right, I wanted to show you guys what I go through to get the dogs in and out. I had an idea, and my sister has woodworking skills. So we built this badass dog ramp. So I've got this really old dog, and she doesn't do the jumping up into the truck because that's this high compared to this high. And she just doesn't do it very good anymore. So this is what we do. Come on, Maddie, let's go. I stand on this side because the door's on the other side. Come on. Come on. You gotta get up on the, you gotta get on the ramp. Come on. And there she goes. And then from there, she can pretty much do it on her own. Get up in the truck. There we go. So that's a lot easier than her having to jump. And then this thing just folds right up and tucks right back in the truck. And so to wrap this video up, you can go a lot of places in the US. You don't have to spend a lot of money, and you can travel around and do what it is that you're gonna do. Full-time RV living though, that is a challenge. I've seen lots of videos on it, and it just depends on your knowledge of areas and your skill level with picking your RV and etc. But no matter what, there are going to be some really good times out there to be had, and I genuinely encourage you to step outside your limits and give it a go.